Hey guys, welcome back. I filmed this look. I just don't know if this video is going to go up before that one does. I don't know. But I didn't even bother changing the shirt because it is what it is. I'm filming while Bennett is napping. Aspen and Barry have driven about an hour and a half to go and pick up my mother, and they will be on their way back soon, so time is of the essence. So this video, as you can tell from the title, is just looking at the products that I have hit pan on. So without further ado, let's do this. The downside to having an extensive makeup collection is that hitting pan is a rare occurrence. It doesn't happen very often, particularly with eyeshadows for me, because I have so many palettes that I go through that I don't tend to get particularly devoted to any particular shade long enough to hit pan on it. Having said that, I do have some here to talk about. So, two of them are singles from Makeup Geek. And I have double-sided, sorry, hold. So while these double-sided Z palettes have been on sale on the Sephora website, I have purchased two. And then I took all of my single shadows, so the vast majority of these are Makeup Geek, but there are Anastasia Beverly Hills ones in there. There are some Morphe from palettes that I have depotted. There are some Blush Tribe ones, and then a smattering of others as well. So I put them all on my desk once upon a time, not too long ago, and I sorted them by color. So I have the more neutral, like browns and grays over here, my more warm tones, yellows, oranges, and reds on this one. Over here, we've got greens and blues, and then pinks and purples are on the other side of this. And I just find it so much easier to work with it when it's put out this way, because if I'm doing like a green look, then I know where to look for and I can find all the complementary tones in here. And if I want to do it like a gradient or something, I can just, there it is. So I just find that easier. But from those two double-sided palettes, I also have a little guy here. It looks like wood, it's just paper. Or cardboard, I guess, and this is from Shop Miss A. I think this one was $3, and then the larger one that I have, which is just completely empty at this point, was like $4 or $5. So this one holds 9 pans, and so I have just stuck some in there that I want to give particular attention to. So the two that I have hit pan on, one is sort of a cheat, and that is Peach Smoothie right here, because this thing just crumbled like a son of a gun. I don't know what happened to it. It became very angry at some point and just started like flaking off, and so I can't claim that I've used it that much. Makeup Geek shadows are usually just a dream to work with. They don't produce a ton of kick up. My Peach Smoothie has always been really fussy in that regard, and it has been very crumbly. And I don't know if it's just the shade or just this particular pan, I don't know. But at any rate, you can see a good amount of pan in there, although I can't really take credit for that. I can, however, take credit for this little guy here on Shimma Shimma. This, I think yeah, it was definitely in the first order of Makeup Geek shadows that I ever placed, probably like 4 years ago. So it's been kicking around for quite some time, and it has only been very recently that I have hit pan on there. I love this shade for as an inner corner highlight or brow bone. Sometimes I'll even use it as like a cheek highlight, so I want to keep trucking away on that and make that pan that much bigger. There are two other eyeshadows that I have hit pan on. Both of them are from Colourpop. One is in the shade So Quiche, and there's just a little bit of that pan showing through there. I will say, like, if you look at the depth of these containers and then where the pan is, like, the pan itself is probably no deeper than a Makeup Geek one, but it's just housed in a lot more packaging. It's not like you're getting an entire jar full of, like, a pressed pigment. It is a pan. It is fairly shallow. It's just got a lot of packaging around it. The other one is my favorite from Colourpop, and it is I Heart This. You can see the divot that I've made in it there, and then there is pan showing through as well. I love this shadow because it is just, it's not as harsh as like a true silver would be. Sorry, that's an Urban Decay thing. They actually go really well together, but it's like a nice champagne. It's still very metallic and very foiled, but it's not harsh about it. So I love this eyeshadow. The rest are face and lip products. So I'll go through the face products. You've probably seen this one before. This is the Smashbox. It's a deluxe sample of their contour kit, and clearly I get a lot of use out of that contour shade there. Not so much with these ones. I find this bronzer just doesn't really work on my skin tone, but the contour shade is just, it's perfect. It's cooler toned without being ashy. There's really no orange undertone to it. It just produces really natural looking shadows on my face, which is what I'm looking for in a contour shadow. Likewise, the NYX HD blush in taupe I also use as a contour shade, and this is my second pan that I have been working on, and you can see that I've got quite the divot going on in there as well. One more bronzer is from Burberry. It's actually a blush. It's their Earthy Blush in number 7. I use it as a bronzer. Okay, so you can't really see the pan per se except around the outsides, but that's because I've repressed it. So there's actually very little product left in here because I had so much pan that I had to scrape the sides because I couldn't really get it on my brush in any sort of useful way, and just repressed it. So it is one of the samples that I'm working on in my month of minis, and I'm hoping to actually retire it completely. I have never hit pan on a blush, so got none of those to show you. But I have managed to hit pan on a highlighter, and that is from Urban Decay. If you've been around for a while, I did do a panning project back in, I imagine it was spring of this year, and while I was filming an update, I actually hit pan on this at that time, and the pan has grown since then. So there is where it's at now. I really like this highlighter. Like, it is a very good, I would say everyday kind of highlight. Like, there it is there. So it does bring that luminousness to the face without being glittery or chunky or just over the top. So it's a great 9 to 5 kind of highlighter, if you will. The last face product is my Fit Me powder from Maybelline. Again, this is the second one that I'm working my way through. And again, I just very recently hit pan on it while I was filming the look for this one. So where is it? There's 2 little specks here. So right in the dead center and then along the edge there. I will not go out and repurchase right away because I've hit pan on one of these before, and I know that there's still quite a bit of product to go in here before it's finally gone. So I've got some time to wait. I'm just going to cool my heels on that one and wait until there is far more pan showing. And that takes us to lip products, of which I have 3 to talk about. One is a lip balm from Tokyo Milk. This is the salted caramel one. And I have been working on this for so long that it's probably a biohazard at this point, but it still smells good. It still smells very much like salted caramel. It still feels good on the lips. There's no like weirdness to it at all. It hasn't turned gritty or gross in any other ways, so I'll just keep trucking with it. I don't like it for overnight, but I just keep it here on my desk, and I use this as I start my makeup, and then I wipe away whatever is left over before I put my lipstick on. But I just find that it's a great little moisturizer, and it smells phenomenal. What I do use for nighttime though is from Laneige. It is the lip sleeping mask. It was $24 at Sephora, and you can see the amount that I've used up there. It is quite the substantial jar here. I bought this very shortly after Bennett was born, like within the week that he was born, and I have used it basically daily since. He just recently turned 20 months and I still have quite a bit left in here. I'm gonna guess I've got I would say at least 4, maybe even 6 months left in this. Like, it just takes a little bit. It lasts all throughout the night, so I still have a little bit on there in the morning when I wake up, and I haven't had to deal with like super crusty, cracking lips since I've started using this. So I really like it. I would very much consider repurchasing it, but I want to try the Agave lip mask from Bite Beauty first. And then once I get through that, I'll probably come back to this unless I like that one more. I've just heard so many good things about it that I want to try it, but I'm not going to buy it until this one is on its very last legs. Finally, a lip scrub from Fresh. This is the Sugar Lip Scrub. I've had it for quite a while. I can't remember how long. It's not something that I use on like a daily basis, but I have made a good dent in it. You can see clear through to the bottom, and there is still quite a bit in there. Again, it still smells good. It smells like lemon, and it's got like brown sugar in it. It's really quite nice to use, and then once you wipe it off, it leaves almost like a lip balm kind of feel on your lips, like there's an oil in there as well. So it is really nice. Once it's gone, I do have a lip scrub from Jeffree Star that I will use, and then probably just repurchase this one again down the road. But these guys last me a long time, so not in any big rush on that. And there you have it. Those are the items that I have hit pan on. I'm hoping to add to that. I have a few others that I am really trying to work on and really trying to get to the bottom. Specifically, it's just catching my eye because I keep it out. The MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. If you've watched any of my like get ready with me's or tutorials, I almost always use this to prime my eyelids. I am amazed that I have not reached the bottom of this yet because I use it like 1 to 2 times every day, and I've had it for like 2 years, I think, a year and a half, and it's not dried out or anything. Like, it's still creamy as anything, but I'm hoping that in 2019 I'll see the bottom of it. Not that I dislike it, but it just, and like, it's multiplying. When my back is turned, it's just reproducing itself, and I don't understand how I haven't hit the bottom yet, but clearly that was a good investment. All right, so there you have it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.